10:37 p.m. The Magnolia County Military History Museum had been closed for hours. Lights were dim, emergency lamps casting weak amber lines across the glass displays. Evelyn Hunt, the museum's night shift attendant, locked her office and began her nightly rounds. The Vietnam Gallery. The radio and communications wing. The cold corridor leading to supply storage. Final check of the exit doors. Everything was routine. Until she stepped into the radio wing. In the far corner stood a 1943 copper-cased field transceiver, sealed inside a display enclosure. The placard read, "Recovered from USS Hawthorne. Crew missing. Final transmission unknown." As Evelyn walked past, she froze. She heard something. HSSSSSS. Like an old radio searching for a frequency. The transceiver's indicator light was glowing. But the device was not plugged in. "That's impossible," she whispered. The dusty screen flickered again. Another hiss. Then, a whisper. Thin. Metallic. As if scraped through wire. "Listen before dawn." Evelyn stumbled back, pulse racing. "It's just interference, an echo, a prank." But a part of her already knew it wasn't. The device whispered again, clearer now. "Listen." Evelyn shut down the museum early that night and went home. But she didn't sleep. The next night at exactly 10:37 p.m. In the same room. The same voice returned. "Listen before dawn." This time, Evelyn didn't run. She stepped closer. "Who's there?" she whispered, leaning toward the device like a radio operator from another era. The transceiver hissed. Then clicked. The sound of a frequency locking in. "Vin! Evelyn!" Her knees nearly gave out. How do you know my name?" A pause. Then the metallic voice again. "You have his voice." "Whose?" The device vibrated faintly. A noise like a ship engine struggling through heavy waters filled the room. "Halden! Corporal Halden, USS Hawthorne." Evelyn's eyes filled instantly. Her great-grandfather's name. And the ship her family refused to ever talk about. This isn't real," she whispered. But the device glowed brighter. "If someone is listening, the ship isn't gone." Evelyn felt her heart collapse into her chest. The next morning she tore through the museum archives. And there it was. USS Hawthorne's final radio log. The last entry read, "Wind wrong. Frequency unstable. If we do not transmit before dawn, no one will know." Before dawn. The same message she heard. "Listen before dawn." Evelyn no longer doubted. The radio wasn't just a relic. It was a memory anchor. A voice imprint. A phantom frequency. That night she returned to the museum at 3:57 a.m. Minutes before dawn. The device was already on. Its indicator warm, waiting. Evelyn pressed the push to talk button. The unpowered device surged to life. "Corporal Halden, can you hear me?" A low hum. Then, "Yes, now I can." "How is this possible?" she choked out. The device hissed like a long, weary breath. "Some voices never die." Then another voice. Weak, trembling. Asked, "What happened to us?" This wasn't directed at Evelyn. It was the echo of a crew speaking across time. "Storm, wrong coordinates. We fell into the dark side of the signal. No sky, no light." Evelyn covered her mouth. She was hearing the ship's final moments. "Grandpa, how do I bring you back?" Silence. Then, "Tell the world we did not abandon our post." Tears burned her cheeks. "I won't let you disappear." As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, the radio emitted one last whisper. "Evelyn." "Yes?" "This is the final signal. Thank you for listening." A soft click. A fading breath. And the last whisper. "Remember us." The indicator light flickered. And died. The radio never lit again. When the museum opened that morning, Visitors noticed a new placard. USS Hawthorne did not vanish. Its voice simply took the long way home. Evelyn left a small handwritten note by the transceiver. Their voices reached dawn. YH. From that day forward, security cameras recorded something strange. Every night, just before dawn, a faint silver glow shimmered across the radio's copper frame. Barely visible. Barely real. Like a whisper made of light. Some said it was a glitch. Some claimed it was a ghost. But Evelyn knew only one truth. Some stories never die. They just wait for the right frequency to return. The next night, as Evelyn locked the museum doors, she noticed something strange. The radio was not on. No light. No static. Completely dead. Yet the air inside the museum felt as if an unseen footprint had just pressed against it. Evelyn stood before the display case. The copper housing of the old transceiver lay in darkness, cold and still. Then something happened. A very faint breath rose from the speaker. So soft it could have been carried by the wind. Lynn! Evelyn! Her heart clenched. You're still here, she whispered. I'm here. I'm listening. But this time, the voice wasn't alone. It was two overlapping frequencies. Like two men speaking through the same crack in time. Ship not lost. If someone hears, we remain. Evelyn shivered. Grandpa, the other voice, who is it? A long hum. Then a metallic click. The radio crackled as if it were tearing a thin veil between two moments. Lieutenant Mason. Co-pilot, last survivor. Evelyn gasped. According to preserved records, Mason had been declared dead decades ago. But the voice sounded like he was still trapped in the moment of the storm. You can hear each other? She asked. Two whispers overlapped. Yes. Not anymore. Evelyn shut her eyes. Something inside her cracked. Suddenly, the device lit up. Where static once danced chaotically, now a shape began to form. Lines. Waves. Glitches. A map. Evelyn had seen it before. A circular region in open water. Broken coordinates. And at the center, the point where USS Hawthorne vanished. Her breath hitched. Is this your last position? The radio flickered like a tired breath. We were drifting. Signal torn, storm took the sky. Evelyn's hands trembled. And now? Where are you? Darkness answered. Between waves. Between time. We hear the world. But the world does not hear us. As Evelyn wiped her tears, she saw the radio's glow fading. Dimming. Dying. The signal was slipping away. No! Please! Evelyn dropped to her knees. Don't go! Grandpa Mason! I promise you! I said I wouldn't forget! The device suddenly surged to life one final time. The whisper this time was clearer. More human. Warmer. Evelyn! Yes! I'm here! We were not lost. We simply had no one listening. Her tears fell freely. I'm listening. I'll always listen. A long silence. Then we are home. A click. A fading breath. A trembling hum. And the device shut down completely. This time, it did not return. Not even once. In the morning, Evelyn approached the museum director. I found the map of Hawthorne's last coordinates, she said quietly. I heard their final transmission. I want the world to hear it too. The director didn't believe her. Not until he saw what she placed on the desk. Because on the paper was not only a set of coordinates, but a final signature from Hawthorne's crew. A name. Corporal Daniel Halden. And beneath it, a carved message. For those who will listen. That day the museum opened a new section. The Phantom Frequency Exhibit. Evelyn placed a small handwritten card beside the radio. They were never gone. They were simply waiting to be heard. At night the museum was silent. Everything was normal. But 2 minutes before dawn, the security cameras always captured the same thing. The radio's screen shimmered. A silver wave. Brief as a breath. And from the speaker rose the faintest whisper. "Thank you for listening." Evelyn no longer felt fear. Only warmth. Because some voices never die. Some ships never vanish. Some stories never drown. They simply wait for the right ears. And when those ears finally arrive, the lost can finally go home.